And you both play roles of community engagement when you're out in the field. So, Rusty, could you share some of the advocacy work you've done? I know you mentioned earlier in the conversation about some of the presentations you've done. Could you talk about that?
Oh, I know in the Dominican Republic, I was doing a presentation about like how I was first diagnosed with autism and like how autism's really helping me develop bigger and better skills with languages, and also how it's helping me like do well in many different areas, helping me memorize different things, and also helping me become a bigger and better advocate for other people on the autism spectrum in places throughout the world where they don't really have much services. And I always want to help people on the autism spectrum in other parts of the world, especially outside the United States and Canada, where they have hardly any services. Because, I mean, in a lot of poor and underdeveloped countries, there are a lot of places that don't even have autism centers. But in developing and developed countries, a lot of them have autism centers.
So why was it important for you to do that presentation?
Oh, just to show how much I got involved in like outreaching and networking towards all the people in the Dominican Republic on the autism spectrum, helping make sure that the people get all the services they need throughout the country, not just in Santo Domingo, but in the entire country/island.
What was it like for you to be in a place where a lot of the locals maybe haven't even met a self-advocate before?
It was pretty interesting because they got to know more about how I got involved with Global Autism Project, how I'm grateful for my work, and how I feel that my work's really making a difference for people around the world.
And you did that presentation in Spanish, right?
First, I had to start out with, or first I did it from English to Spanish, but that translated it, yes.
Okay, so you did it in both?
Yeah, both languages, yes.
Wow. So, Rusty, how many languages do you speak?
I'd say fluently I speak English, Spanish, and Arabic, but I can speak some other languages. Like I know a little sign language, I know a little Japanese, a little German, a little Mandarin, a little French, little bits and pieces of some African languages like Wolof and Yoruba, some Bahasa Indonesian, some Dutch, and some Czech, a little Russian. But I want to keep working more and more on my languages to develop bigger and better fluencies, because I'd rather keep and gain my fluencies in languages than lose them.
That's so impressive. Do you take proper lessons or do you just study on your own?
Spanish I learned it in school, in middle school and high school. Arabic I learned at the NYU School of Continuing Professional Studies. Arabic, it was the certificate in the language, and it's right there framed up. It's framed on top of my bookshelf, where on the area where I'm sitting right now, and I got it 6 years ago, and 2012 was when I started, and I even got to go on a field trip with my Arabic professor and my classmates to an Arab community in Paterson, New Jersey, and got to see what Arabic markets look like in the Middle East. And they have a lot of, like water pipes. They have a lot of like sculptures. They have a lot of signs written up in Arabic all over the place. They have a lot of like musicians. They have people like standing up on ladders, putting decorations in Arabic and things like that. I even got to see my Arabic professor perform at Lincoln Center, and he played the oud. That's a instrument that's played throughout in Egypt and Syria and throughout most of the Middle East.
Yeah, so knowing all these languages is such a huge asset when you travel around the world.
Yeah, and I can't wait to travel around the world long after the annoying coronavirus is over and done with.
Yeah, we all do. You've been watching Autism Knows No Borders. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Click here to watch this interview in its entirety. You can also find us on your favorite podcast app. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community. Thanks for watching. Take care.